Hi guys, my name is Dan and welcome to the channel. I hope you're all having a great day today and that you will find this video interesting. My goal today is to give you some tips and to show you how you will be much better at race starts and have much better experience in sim racing. If you find this video interesting, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and now let's begin. Okay, so the first thing you want to consider when starting is your positioning. It's one of the most basic things. We are now looking at this orange McLaren. He started from the inside line, so from the right hand side. He's maintaining his position, blocking any potential inside moves, holding to his right hand side and getting the most out of this first two corners. Okay, the other example. The black Mercedes is starting from the left-hand side. He's maintaining his position, being very straightforward, so the guys behind know what he's trying to do. Trying to maybe gain some better position on his opponents here, but also maintaining the line. Okay, one of the things you shouldn't do is be too cautious or leave too much gap. Here's an example of Green Bentley. Going into turn 1, he started braking very early, went all the way to the left hand side, leaving way too much room and a big gap for the guy in Porsche to take advantage and go in front. Leaving room is one of the most important skills you can master for having a good start. Let's now see the example of this green Nissan and this gray Porsche, as they are going side by side into a second corner. Now the Porsche is in front, but the traffic is prohibiting him to go faster. The green Nissan goes on the inside, and now you can see how the Porsche leaves enough room. They're side by side, still in traffic, but leaving each other enough space. This is something very important to master. Okay, another good example. We are following now this white Lamborghini. He will lose 2 positions, but will stay calm. And now we can see side-by-side action with this Porsche going into turn 2. Really close. Nevertheless, clean, so he loses 1 more position. Now he goes on the inside. You see how the Porsche made a mistake, leaving enough room, and he's regaining the position back. And of course, in-car perspective, so this is the gray Porsche and the green Nissan we were watching earlier. So Porsche is all the way on the left-hand side. Now he is on the inside, in front of the green Nissan. Nissan goes on the inside. You know, you really have to be aware of the space and the line that the car inside needs to be able to pull this off. So it takes some practice and awareness, but the more you are successful, the better chances are that nothing will happen in such a crowded race start. One of the very important things or crucial things people really tend to forget when they are not as experienced sim racers is just to use the track or the surroundings around it. Just protect the car, protect the cars around you, and maybe sometimes it's best just to go off track and save everybody, yourself and everybody else. Here you see a gray Porsche that just had to go outside of the track to do the same. Here's an example what you should not do. This is of course illegal. So it's okay to use the track, but not to gain so many positions or any position, to be honest. We see how this McLaren just went straight and gained like 5-6 positions, which is of course illegal. One of another examples of using the track or surroundings. Here you see the accident happened and this BMW cleverly goes on the grass, cautious, rejoining and protecting his car, of course. Here is another situation, or the same situation, but from inside of the car. Aston Martin also avoiding the accident, going off track and saving his car. Okay, also very important to hold your line. Suzuka is one of the great circuits to show this, to showcase this skill. You see how yellow Ferrari and pink Mercedes are driving side by side. Mercedes is in front. Now the yellow Ferrari will have the inside line. He's going in front, but still it doesn't shut the door. There is enough room for pink Mercedes to come on his inside. Now he protects the inside line, and both are coming out of this traffic without any problems. I will now show you what can also happen if you're not fully aware. Even small mistakes can have a bad outcome. So we are watching yellow Ferrari and blue Audi going side by side for 3 corners without any problems. Now there is room for a blue Audi to go inside. Too ambitious. Yellow is not reacting, and there is contact, so blue Audi spins out of the track. This is one example, a really good example of too aggressive driving with successful outcome that usually doesn't happen. So now you will see this green Audi just going through the field, avoiding accident by chance, some good reflexes here. And now he's maybe thinking he's much smarter than everybody else, just going through the middle, having numerous contacts with the other cars, which usually ends pretty badly, as I said. Really lucky one. I think like 6-7 positions he gained in this first corner. And I really don't encourage you people to drive like this. It's much more rewarding to be cautious than to try your luck or chance by doing this. If there would be any other change of direction of the cars in front, he would not be able to correct it, and then we would have a bad accident. Guys, another very interesting situation. Let's see how this black Mercedes is trying to gain impossible angle, not reading the situation well, full throttle. Then he decides to brake, not eager on brakes, later than everybody else. Now he is braking, then he maybe let off the brakes a little bit. He goes on the inside, having numerous contacts with cars, making a huge pileup in turn 1 on Monza, which is a horror by itself. Again, 1-2, numerous problems, and then he continues on. Another thing I don't recommend is for you to drive too close. This is one great example too, where it's nobody's fault, to be honest. All the cars are trying to do their best, driving very close, and now this white Lambo gets hit from behind. Somebody behind couldn't react as fast as he could, and that makes all the difference, and you can see how many problems evolve from this situation. Let us watch this from in-car perspective so you get a better feeling. When you have this uncomfortable feeling driving too close to everybody else, try to ease off, but maintain your position. Don't get yourself involved in accidents like this. These are pretty much unavoidable when you get hit or you hit somebody who brakes right in front of you, and then you see the pileup. One thing we should not avoid mentioning is your responsibility of not only your car but also of the car in front. You always need to consider every possible outcome that can happen and give yourself enough time and room to react. You will see now everybody is going through Eau Rouge, guys in 4th gear, that's much slower, but it gives time to this car to avoid accident like this, which is pretty lucky, I must say. But if there was not enough space or gap, or the speed was not right, this wouldn't be possible. So you really need to think about this when starting next time and trying to get the best possible position in the start. We will now see how all of the possible negative things combine into one driving style. So being too aggressive, not being cautious, not holding the line, not taking care of the car in front will cause a spin and then a massive pile up behind. This car went unscathed, but everybody else behind had a lot of problems. Many car losing any chance in this race. So you really need to reconsider. One thing leads to a clean start, the other one maybe you gain positions, maybe you don't. And this is something you really need to consider next time when you hit the throttle on the start and disregard everybody else just trying to gain maybe 1, 2, 3 positions. Most of the tips today I've done or showcases I've done on Assetto Corsa Competizione, as I'm currently driving it the most. So you will be able to see this fantastic app called Heli Corsa, which gives you exact place of your car on the track regarding to other cars. And this makes your job so much easier. You just need to focus on it while starting the race. You will be able to know where your car is all the time. And I'll just let you see how this works in action in a fictional race.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
I'm looking at it. I know where my car is. I know now I have a better inside line, but cannot go too fast on throttle because otherwise I would have made contact with the Honda on the left. Now I'll try to go for the inside. I see one car inside. I'm still cautious and we all came through. This is how you must practice, and then you will be much safer in a real race.
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors.
Okay, this is the other possibility for you in a different sim. Crew Chief is the application that can be used for many other sims, including iRacing that you're currently watching. So it really helps when you're racing side by side or with any other information like fuel, time left of the race, and many other. So this is something I strongly recommend. You can also map watch left right buttons on what I would strongly encourage you to do is to join a league. In a league people tend to be more careful, more cautious, show more respect. The more you drive together, the more familiar you are with the guys you race with, and that's also very one positive aspect of a league. That will help you improve your skills, and with time you'll be able to join maybe competitive leagues, races, championships, and so on. This is really one of the things that helped me a lot. I find a lot of enjoyment and excitement in driving the same people over and over again, and test myself if I can improve, and I strongly recommend you do the same. Let me give you another example how you should deal with two aggressive drivers from the start. Watch closely. Blue Audi is out of position. He will try to overtake even before the race starts. Now the race starts. He's right on the inside. You just need to let these drivers go. Otherwise, you will regret it by trying to block them. It will most definitely end up in contact, which might result of you spinning out, having damage, and it's just not worth the risk. Here is also one good example of race situation. Do you really want to be 3 wide in this corner? Probably you don't, and that's why this Porsche had to react with an unexpected move from that Aston Martin and go all the way on the gravel. So just have to plan a little bit more, and being cautious. As I said, you won't gain a lot and might lose a lot. If that was a contact, that would be very bad for both of the guys involved. Sometimes you won't be able to avoid accidents. Now let's see the yellow Ferrari and Nissan. coming from behind. He's not braking. He has one contact, other one, third one. So now he'll have another one, and the yellow Ferrari just almost stopped completely, trying to avoid any further accidents. So you will have to be careful and cautious, but in some cases there is absolutely no way for you to avoid accidents completely. In the end, the best advice I can give to you is to be faster, to start from the front of the grid. Of course, those are the most experienced guys, the fastest guys, usually the people that know how to drive side by side, and everything else puts you more in danger. But these hints and situations I try to point out and give you something to think about before you start the next race will hopefully help you. You just need to be aware of your own mistakes and try to improve. You will see amazing results in a short period of time just by trying to make smaller adjustments to your aggression and to your preparedness to everything that happens around you. Guys, if you like the video and if you would like to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. What would you like to see next? And of course, thank you and see you next time. Bye.